I'm hoping for the best. I don't think we're gonna start off strong or anything. I'm not expecting. Oh, mind your ears. It might be loud. Let me see. That's not too bad for a sec. I forgot to turn this down. Was the fourth game that I want to slot in? Oh, you mean before 2025 ended? No, it was Promise Mascot. It was Promise Mascot Agency. Okay, I'm not thinking I'm gonna fucking be amazing here at the beginning, but my mind is a little bit refreshed. It's a little bit clearer, I think. I think we'll be fine here. I think we got this. I think. Sorry, I'm adjusting audio here. Let's see where we're at. We need to lock in 3. No, the Roottrees was a game I only just thought about doing recently. Of Promise Mascot Agency? I'm not sure. I look at my hour count, and I've looked at what other people think like the hour counts are. And I could feel like it's a game that I'm gonna be going really slow on. But I don't know. It might snowball, because seemingly at the end of just now, basically I found that like what might be the like end credits section of the game is like getting 12 million or 12 billion dollars over to the family. That's my guess. But I've only gotten 1 million over. But the type of game it is that easily, like, once we start more and more doing all these different things, like the amount of money that's going to be coming in is like going to be snowballing. So 1 million of 12 billion doesn't sound like a lot, but I think it's going to increase super fast, I think. But I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know how much is there. I'm just going to put a cough drop in preemptively. I've had so many. A doctor probably is going to say that I'm having too many of these again. But I need to be able to speak. Okay. Lock in 3 more for the next story beat in this. I'm very determined. I put in this. We have some unknown occupations of them. This is something. This is something. I think this is right. I think this is right. They said he was gonna take over his department. So I'm pretty determined. Let's try to see. Damn. I thought maybe we could start on a path like this. This is not gonna work either. I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe business? Okay. Alright. I gotta think of... Is there... Okay. One question I have. And I was trying to Google this earlier, like earlier today, but I didn't want to get into spoiler stuff. Is there something about the magnifying glasses that I'm not, like, considering? Is it really just an abstract number? Obviously, unless it's a spoiler, I guess. But is it really just an abstract number to tell you, like, what is more, potentially has more things tied to it that you haven't yet solved? Or is there something more to it? You played without them? Oh. Okay. oh, okay. Well, dang. Okay. Interesting. Wait, did they not have it? Did, like, an earlier version of the game not have it? Or do you mean you just didn't use them? Ernie has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. Oh, I'm typing in next gens. Or I was typing in new gens. It's actually next gens. Just to cover all bases, I guess I should try. Okay, well. There's a setting to disable them? Interesting. Well, I gotta say, I don't think they've been a ton of help for me just because I don't think I'm using them properly. Or, you know, like it hasn't been much of a help for me. It's been a thing that I've looked at and I've been like, huh, so apparently there's like a lot tied to this, but... What if I just type in... Meh. 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 How would I find jobs for you guys? How would I do it? The desperation starts sitting in. I mean, technically, if I've already got potentially those ones locked in, you would probably be of the last ones there. Something like that. I think. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Can I lock in the 3 before my food is out of the oven? Tough. How would I go about finding your position? Are you just housewife again? Does everyone just get housewife jobs? Am I... No. Not sure enough. Have I tried putting housewife on the guys as well? We'll leave that for the final desperation move. Oh. Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices north of Pittsburgh. Although there are a lot of Stephen Wilsons and Dr. Wilsons, this one apparently found a way to game the search results as he pops to the top every time. Let me... Her brother-in-law. His website claims that he's the pediatrician to the stars. The only evidence for this is that he apparently was the doctor to the Roottrees sisters. There's a picture of him on his website, as well as a picture of his 3 children. The 3 of them look as though the photographer was holding them hostage. Regardless, the photos have been added to your evidence. There's also a quote that, although credited to his child Jason, you suspect might not be written by a 10-year-old. Although credited to his child Jason, I see. My dad is the best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with world-class care. He will treat your children like he would me, my big brother, or my sister. Alright, a lot there. I mean... Whoa! This is Dr. Stephen Wilson, self-proclaimed pediatrician of the stars. You found this photo on his website. Okay, let's get that in there. My big brother or my sister. My big brother. My big brothers and siblings. My dad is the best dad. My dad does things good. Pediatrician. This sounded like I was trying to say something bad for a second. I swear I'm not. Credited to Jason. Jason! How many Wilsons do we have? Just names-wise? Jem, Jason, Zach. Great. Great. Jason! Jason! Wow, is this gonna, like, open up a lot because... Oh, oh, just one little thing got us. Now we're gonna see what we got wrong. I was right about Farmer. I was right about Farmer. Oh man. Okay. I feel good about this. I knew I had this, and I was like, this has to be, it was mentioned. The one that's wrong then, or maybe 2 that are wrong, I'm like, okay. Like, I feel fine that those were wrong, because I wasn't 100% confident in it. We'll get back to that. Oh, in person.
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation, but I can't reveal everything. Not yet. I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake.
Yes.
So I'll try to explain why.
Yeah.
It's true, I'm working with lawyers. But not the candy company lawyers. My publisher's lawyers. I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees. Especially Elias and the 5 Pieces. The truth often isn't.
Is this Sam then? Because wasn't she like, wasn't there a specific bit that she was like, oh, I could tell, where Laura was like, I could tell she had a grudge against the 5 Pieces or whatever. Are you Sam?
But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy. So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing is very personal to me. To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed it. It's locked for now. I'll return one final time, after you fill it in. Also, there are fewer Roottrees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's also
She said the
harder
thing.
to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives before...
No! No!
I don't have any more evidence for you.
Why?
But trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake.
Why?
You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
No! Shit. Fuck. She has nothing for me. Okay. Let me get back to... I see. So, there's 16 positions left. 16 more. It'll lock in every 4. Well, then it must not be Sam. It would probably be someone who's tied to Sam. Obviously here, right? So it's going to be something where whoever that is like in here, tied to Sam, and then is picking up the fight for, I don't know, her child or something. Like her child, I don't know, some other weird someone is tied to this and is like fighting on behalf of Samantha or something. Would be my guess. Okay, let me see what we've locked in and is wrong and stuff. That's not fully locked, so we're fine. I'm looking for, we'll come back to here. That's not locked in stuff yet. We haven't put occupation, so we're fine there. I'm trying to see if I missed something up. I'm looking, I'm making sure. I got distracted by a notification on my phone. Don't worry. Oh, this. Yeah, of course. Okay. Just get out of here. Just get out of here. I'm not even worried about you right now. Got that. That's good. That's kind of a guess on my end. Okay, I think everything's good on that side. Okay. Also, I'm just now realizing, because I saw this. I didn't think to take this photo right there. That's funny of me. Funny in a not very funny way, but funny in like a look at this bozo. Next time I returned, they gave you a partial explanation. They hired you to help verify a personal account of the family's history. Alright, so we just go to the end now. Oh my god. Okay, so... let me go back to this. So you're 10 years old, so you're definitely a student. I'd assume she was younger too. I assume she's just... to change the main photo. Oh. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. If you wanted a more clean, consistent, like, family photo stuff. Let me see if I care to do that for anyone else. Like that sound effect. Oh, it's the spooky music. Everyone's favorite. Alright, so I think that all this did was give us a fair amount of with this, which is nice. So this is why there was 6. Because I assume maybe there was all those and we just eliminated a lot. Because you could get that tied to that. I assume that's how that's working. I assume this would not show. Yeah. Oh, I gotta go get the food out. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. I'll slowly, as that cools, I'll peck at that as we're doing this mystery. Oh, the game crashed. Did it autosave? One second. What's the food? It's like a baked... I prepped like a... I like made in advance. Like a baked macaroni dish. Some cut up sausage. And cheeses. It's a thing I could do. I can like prep it like, you know, a day or like less than a day in advance, but then just throw it in the oven and kind of have it bake. All right, let's see if I lost a lot of progress. Where am I at? Did it save like even my picture changes? I think we're good. I think we're fine. I was on this, right? Uh-huh. I mean, seems basic, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure. How many names are left? I need your occupations. And I just don't know where to begin to get occupations for these people. Can you just... You can't type in... I always think, like... Again, I think of, like, Her Story or Telling Lies, where I just want to type in any word and, like, it just trace immediately to... But I think that's obviously would be too easy. Brother Trouble is a 1989 sitcom about two 16-year-old brothers, same age, one adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Their single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that came with raising two boys who are extremely competitive in sports, academics, even romantic pursuit of their next-door neighbor, Roxy. Showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottrees. Ron Roottrees. Ron. Screenwriter. Showrunner? Is that different than... The show had strong ratings through the entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker to instant stardom, mostly amongst the teenage girl demographic. However, it was canceled in 91 midway through second season due to a significant drop-off in ratings. Small screen director and the head of RR Productions. He directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning and created a one-season hit, Brother Trouble. Dustin Christopher Baker is often abbreviated DCB by his teenage fans. Since leaving Brother Trouble, he's appeared in a few straight-to-VHS movies that adopt classical literature to family audience with minor success. Most popular, which was Jane Eyre, which reimagined the Charlotte Bronte novel as a high school romance that focused on skateboarding. He doesn't seem to be associated with the Roottrees. Really? Yeah, but I thought for some reason... I thought it was trying to be... I'll try it, but I'm not. Yeah, the original book, you're right. But my head was just... But Air is obviously the adapted name, AIR. I just thought there might be something in there. But he's not associated with the Roottrees. Damn. See, sometimes you can just search names. So... And then sometimes you can't. So maybe... See, I was so deterred to search names, but I think maybe you just can't search specific Roottrees or specific, like, main Roottree. I don't know. Maybe I should just try everything. Penelope Tessa Green is a retired comedian. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s before she was a TV star in Brother Trouble. Site claims she retired from the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers doing more family-friendly material. You find a picture labeled Joko Lantern, 1997, as well as a different picture labeled Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. Both have been added. Please let this... Damn it. Really wanted to know what that joke was. Found this one, Joko Lantern. It was taken during one of... Ooh. That is certainly a child looking. Ugly baby. You found this on a website about a comedy club called Laugh Lounge, captioned Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. Okay. So that was 94. 94. 97. So this would be the older kid. Assumingly a Jack. No, fuck, shit. I didn't mean to. Misclick. So I just type baby. Is this the titular, the finally we get to place a baby picture on something? I mean, 97. This game takes place, what, 98 or something? I think if there is a baby, this is definitely a baby. Maybe a student. How many more Roottrees names do we have? Why is it titled Joko Lantern? What if the November thing was a throw off? What if it was like from earlier? Is it? The game is doing the thing. Wait, if I take off, doesn't... I'm just trying to see something real quick. I gamed the system. It's a girl. Because the game automatically puts definitive guy faces for the names and stuff. And I noticed that earlier, but I didn't feel the need to say it before. Unless I'm being debated by the game, but I had noticed this as a quirk before the game. So it will only put faces of definitively the gender of the name. So it is a female baby. That is a baby girl. So we're looking at Christina probably, or Tessa. Now I could sit here and just guess. Am I above it? Nope. Am I gonna get pun up? No worries. I'm gonna count it because, like, I was smart to notice that the game did that, you know? Alright, we're really good. We're fucking cooking just like this food was. Didn't I say before I'd rather die than guess? I got it down to 50-50. I'm gonna say that that's pretty damn good. Close enough. I'm not using any hints. I also think progress is probably more important at this point. Since I'm like on hour 50 million. I've had a stressful weekend. I'm not taking any shit now at this point. Not this late into it. Alright, so we locked in another 4. That's pretty great. The hard parts are going to be these job things, because... well... for obvious reasons. I mean, I probably don't even need to search this shit because... yeah. Okay. How the hell is there 6 things still tied to this? This is the biggest mystery of it all. Sorry about the chewing noises. Ronald. Oh, whoop. Should have put that in before. That's got to be over here, no? Unless, wait. Let me make sure. He's got the Eli coat thing on. Do I have this name wrong? And it's supposed to go down here? I have no idea. This is tricky. Typing one-handed. Was it RR Productions? RR something? RR... Defunct company, production company responsible for Brother Trouble. Found a comment on Usenet board saying that Brother Trouble ended up being an ironic name because in the rumors around or about RR Productions, Ron and Robbie Roottrees. Robbie Roottrees. There's not much relevant information about Robbie Roottrees. In a comment thread on a message board about television cliches, you find a thread called "Why Was Brother Trouble Cancelled?" One user speculates, I think it's because the writing went really downhill in season 2. They actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers. Another person replied, maybe it's due to the rumor about Robbie Roottrees in Silver Screen magazine. There's a link to some kind of article, but it appears to be dead. No, I want... let me put this down. I need 2 hands to type this out. Well, I'm gonna... Okay, let me... I need, Silver Screen magazine. And I need to search Robbie Roottrees. Is magazine spelled incorrectly? Magazine. Robbie Roottrees. Robbie. I don't know how to spell anything either. I'm just like this person. I think it doesn't make sense that it's not a periodical. I think that's the problem I'm actually running into here. Is I think I'm not using... That's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. It's not a periodical. Did I mean this? Yes, I did. How'd you know? Oh my god, oh my god, it was a... Silver Screen Magazine was a Hollywood Insiders magazine focusing less on actors and actresses and more about the nitty-gritty of writing, directing, costuming, set design, film production, or promotion, and other elements of filmmaking. It ran from 83 to 93. It was brought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine a few years ago, and the website now redirects to the new magazine. The new magazine doesn't appear to have any relevance to your case. So, like, if I... A small rumors article from 92 that claims the self-taught television screenwriter Robbie Roottrees was allegedly tried and convicted under the name Robert in a French court of law. Seems he again allegedly embezzled from the company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit, left him hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. He then fled to Paris, where he grew up, and then, Silver Screen continues this is all very much allegedly, assaulted an officer who came to question him. Paris, where then... The article's author says they were unable to get a statement from French authorities, but received information from an anonymous source. They were able to confirm through public record that there was a trial involving a Robert Roottrees around the time that Brother Trouble was canceled. I'm willing to move this to, like... Director. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Film school. Film school. That seems so intentionally placed. You know? Film school. I'm going with that for right now. He also looks older than him. So by rule of That might be a tricky way of going about that, but... Let's stick with Silver Screen Magazine periodical since we now have... Type in a bunch of... Well, there's got to be more than just one thing to find with this, right? I mean, last bit of my food here. Okay. What else would I want to put? We're still missing a lot of occupations for like this middle line of people, which is unfortunate. I'm just gonna try a couple of these. It did say it focused less on the actual... less on the actual actors. There's an article about Ron Roottrees from 1984 entitled "Don't Blame Nepotism, He Gets Results." After finding some small screen success, first as director for many soap opera episodes, and then stepping in as showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions, Ron has decided to start his own television production company. Ron was born in the U.S. but grew up in Paris with his once famous mother and his brother Robbie. Right. He gobbled up American cinema whenever he could, and when he was old enough, returned to Hollywood to attend film school. He brings a special kind of charisma and an eye for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. Those he's worked with gone on to record saying he's an attentive director who can work with actors to make sure the timing of a joke lands perfectly. Ron plans to pitch new shows to major television studios as soon as 1986. Till then, he plans to find the right projects. He's occasionally called upon his younger brother, for script punch-ups, and has thought about bringing him into the fold. Okay, so we got that. Nothing new there, unfortunately, because I'd already sussed that out. So I'm pretty sure these are just correct. This is my favorite kind of question to ask while you're watching me play something like this, and you already know pretty much all the answers ahead of me. Is there like blaringly like obvious stupid things that I'm like missing or haven't pieced together? Or have overlooked? Just so that I know. Obvious is relative. Sure. Sure. It says there's still 6 things tied to this. I'm putting that picture back there. Because they all have to... I can't confidently say. One of these guys is Guy. One of these pictures is Guy. One of these pictures is a picture of Clark. And one of these pictures is a picture of James/Jim. And I can't... I can't place it. on a whim. It's Hudson. Business guy. Small article from 1977. Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister, are no strangers to the public when it comes to Roottrees snacks. Him and his twin sister. Him and his twin sister. Him and his twin sister. Am I reading way too much into them just standing next to each other, somewhat vaguely looking like it almost looks like their skin is like the filter placed on them. They look like from a different era of photos, especially when you start going from like this. I've got a conspiracy now going. This is like 3 different photos cobbled together somehow. This doesn't even seem right. They look separated, and then you get the middle group. Well, I know it's the water damage, but it's not, I mean, I see the water damage at here, and like at the bottoms and stuff, but it's not on their faces, is it? I don't know, maybe that's because of the water damage. You know what, I'm locking it in. Your guy. Twin sister. No strangers. They both appeared in the company's advertisements as children during the Boys and Girls Agree era. Now, Guy is taking over the Roottrees company at the end of the year. Who would have known that one of these 2 adorable redheads, Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher, with providing his fiery due. Redheads. 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 Lock it in. Arguing over everything but chocolate will grow up to take over the whole company. Guy's uncle and current president, Zachariah, Unk, has decided to take an earlier time to focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, now that our daughters have started families of their own. Okay. Claire and I plan to reflect on life well lived. Guy is new to the business world, but his family. We at Roottrees have faith in his innovative ideas and he's eager to share them with the world. We'd like to think that Boys and Girls agree that he's ready to succeed. Okay. Okay, was there not that much actually in there? I bet we get a picture of this advertisement, and that would go here and here. Which doesn't help. Yes. Okay. And it's definitely 4th because he was 3rd. Wait. Let me take that back. So it's definitely 3rd because he was 2nd. I couldn't see the number, it was too far away, I had to zoom in. I've got old man eyes. So then who becomes president in between Guy and Carl? It's a mystery for another day. Okay, let's just get, You find a site about successful ad campaigns. One of the ads listed from the late 50s, Boys and Girls Agree, is a series of television magazine ads for Roottrees chocolate bars. The ad campaign is described as having the premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed, except when it comes to one thing, both of them agree that Roottrees is their favorite. first advertisement in the series was the most memorable due to the bright red hair of the boy and girl involved. One of the magazine advertisements was added. Okay. Fuck. 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 2! This is an ad for Roottrees candy from the late 50s as part of a campaign. Yes, the ad campaign described having the premise that boys and girls... Okay, so it just says... I mean... I can't even put them in there yet, though. Well... 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 So who was the 4th president then, huh? Who wanted a bite at that 4th president? Was it you? Was it you? Was it... I assume I just can't type in, like, 4th president. Oh, it's a spooky music time. Everyone lock in. It's time for spooky music. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is... I think this is... And the thing I had wrong about here is that she obviously has a job of some sort. November does something, and it's not... Obviously, at this point, it wouldn't be... It wouldn't be... a child or whatever I said, student or something, right? At the time of the picture, maybe, but she's obviously gotten older. Right? It's gotta be it. She does something. We could run through the whole list if we must. How many occupations could there possibly be? How many more names do we have? I mean, Bean. Let's try to, like, eliminate. We haven't done, like, a sweep of, like, name stuff, right? You wouldn't necessarily be able to tell that by just the names. We don't know this, or we might, but you know. Madsen, Nicole, right? Gwyneth. Couple names. Okay, this sweep is not actually working because yeah. That was an unsuccessful name sweep on my part. Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother. But I don't think that automatically makes her a farmer, right? That would be like just you eventually become. That's. I don't like that. I don't like it. And her adopted grandfather. No. I hate this page so much. It's all just, this is a stretch. Something's not right here. Something is fucked up. Something is fucked up. How do I don't have enough names. Bean. There's two control. which would make sense for like here and here. Let me make sure that's the only time that that appears. Yeah, I feel fine about that. Who are these people again? They were... Much love, Debbie. Nicole. Nicole, Debbie. So is this just Nicole then? A child? A travel agent? Travel agent Nicole? But the problem is there's a picture. Who is this? Who are you? Wait. Wait. Wait, let me read the context of this again. To Carl and Brett. So this would be Debbie. Whatever. I'm probably going to move this. This is Debbie writing this. Ernie and I had to stay strong. So she is talking about her husband. Assuming this is Debbie. You're the bean. Let's get this straight, alright? Deborah, Debbie, Ernie and I, up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. Nicole. We could never have done this without the two of you fighting for us. She's saying to Carl and Brenda, the family, the initial family we're all familiar with, unable to attend the funeral, it's traditional to have it as soon as possible. And Ernie knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle, so she's talking about Ernie, Ernest. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his famous legacy, he had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl had carried on for him after taking over. So I assume that's saying he's the fourth then. Whatever happened, President third, President fourth. Something like that? Maybe? And then Carl took over? Is that what this is saying? Company took care of us. Is this the younger? Who is... Is this one of... I mean, there's only so many. It would make sense if they were together in a picture. If there's like, there was a funeral situation. One of these is... One of these is... I don't know. I don't know what to put kids. I don't know how kids work. Deborah Bean. Something like that, though. There's only so many... I mean, it's a modern picture. It'd be the kids. There's only... I mean, I don't even have many open... Fucking man, I don't know. Would November Studios mean, like, November? What kind of job would... Dancer. Oh! Oh, we gotta see who... Oh, okay. I'm very curious. Okay. 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 Dancer. I was an idiot for putting kid, student, or whatever for her for the longest time. Okay. I got this. We're locked in. I know, my brain wasn't thinking, obviously. I'm stupid. I'm the stupidest person who's ever turned on a video game. I understand. I get it. I understand. Alright, so now we know we're in problem. We've got some problems, though. Because Deborah Bean did not get locked in. This is wrong. Something is bad. Something is wrong. Something is off. This is horrible. This didn't get locked in either. We've got a mess here. We've got... We've got a straight up mess. These didn't lock in. Oh, God. Man. Okay. But, like, those kids... They gotta come in... Alright, let me see what else do I need to knock out here really quick. This is not Deborah Bean. Then who are you? How many female... Are you an Eloise? Are you Patricia Jones or a Helen Lennon? There's so many female names still. Is there only one? A Tessa Roottrees. A female Tessa Roottrees. Where would Tessa Roottrees go? Not there. You wouldn't name... Go at this one at a time. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. 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 Okay, it's not there. Are you Tessa? Is that the mystery here? Are you a Tessa Roottrees? Something like that? The initial... Oh, it's that spooky music again. Boom, 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 boom. Stephanie, who's an only child. Right. So Stephanie, this is definitely in one of these spots. I just don't know. It's like middle school picture. I don't know. Who is this? What is this picture? Who is this other? Who is it? Who is this? Who are you? I don't understand what that threesome is. What is the relationship between... What is the relationship between... Or, okay, what if it's like... A fucking, I don't know... lesbian relationship? No, Sam is definitely a male, apparently. Okay, so it's not a lesbian relationship. We're not getting progressive right now. I thought it was a lesbian relationship, maybe. I was gonna put this, like, here, and then move this over here, and move this over here, and it'd be, like, a weird... I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. Do we have any gay relationships in here? What are we doing? Where do you go? You're an only child. You gotta go somewhere. You have to go here. You have to go here. You have to go here. All right, so fuck. Fuck. Okay, is it when we talked about... Let me see something. Is it? Was it saying that they were twins? I'm trying to remember if that was the original. Where was the original? Where was the thing talking about the advert? God damn it. Where did it go? I'm trying to find it. Useless. Where was the article? There was a thing that talked about it, right? Where it said something about, were they twins? Is the problem that I just have these swapped? This needs to go over here. That would make more sense then for the Deborah Bean thing. That would actually make a lot of sense. And then we'd have a picture for... That would solve all the problems that I had with this. And the fact that there's a picture for this one, but we don't have that. Okay. Everyone calm down. We're going to take a deep breath. I have one question. Am I imagining that it said that they were twins or not? And if they're twins, how would it list? Would it... I mean, it would probably list the person, the one that came out. But if... Alright. Executive decision. Executive decision. I don't know why I originally put the twins were Guy and Bonnie. You're right. That's what it was. That's what it right. They were the twins. Never mind. Alright, you know what, though? Why did I put them originally like this, though? Now I have to go back even further in my brain. It's not a twin thing. Why did I assume... What did I read? Why was I so confident? I know, that's what I'm trying to think. Did I just assume? Or was there something that I read? Like I said, if I swap these, it would make everything else make sense. The Deborah Bean going over here, picture with Deborah of the candle thing with her daughter over here, and then this situation over here with this only child. You know what? I'm making the executive decision. Oh, look, I forced a girl name onto the guy picture. See how I did that? And then, this would make Deborah Bean... Peter Bean. That's such a dumb joke. Peter Bean. And then you swap with this. That would make a lot of sense here. We got looks kind of match up here. Look, we got this situation. And then you're not Stephanie. You're Nicole. You're Stephanie. You're a student. I would assume you're also a student, you know? Oh, I got this. This is... Okay. I'm feeling a bit better about this. This makes this make a lot more sense. This whole mess. I still don't know what our occupation is. But again, it makes sense. It makes the rest, the weird things fit incorrectly. And we had to place her at some point somewhere. And then this is why this picture, now the picture makes a lot more sense. See, I had such a problem deciphering what was in this photo because I must have had, I don't know what I must have read. Damn. That clip could get a lot of mileage. That clip can get a lot of mileage here. Oh, we are so close, though. We are actually starting to fill things in. Of names I've not placed, how many are guys and how many girls? 1, 2, 3. 2 guys, 1 girl. 3 girls, 2 guys. 5 girls, 6, 7, 8. 8 girls, 2 guys. 2 guys, 8 girls. Names. The 2 guy names we have is a Walter Forsyth and a Linus Cornwall. One of those guys has to go with where is she? Here. One of the guys goes here. One of the guys goes here. Wait, how much? I don't have enough names. Wait. 1 second. Hold. Where are the names? We don't have names. We don't have names. Something's not right. Let me count. Let me just make sure something's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have I considered I'm missing critical information? All the time, dude. I'm always missing critical information. That's like the story of my life. I've got this so fucked. This has been the thorniest thorn in my side. This whole side here, these fucking miracle people, and this whole lineage. This line sucks ass. I don't know why. I hate it so much, dude. But what is the critical information I'm missing? That's always the question. That is always the question. Or how to get it. Deborah Bean. Deborah Bean. Bonnie. What did you do? You did something. Something where there's another photo of you floating around. Yeah, they were the twins in the advertisement. I'm such a dumb person. Okay. Let me look at this. It says there's something still. Ernie Jr., who had just become president of Roottrees at the time, Ernie Jr. just became president. So that, yeah, that's that solution. I mean, I gotta lock. Oh man, I just need to find like the occupation of like. Again, is it wrong for me to just assume maybe they're a housewife? Yes, yes, it probably is. Don't assume someone's a housewife. Bad, Austin, bad. She must have done something if she has another photo probably out there, right? It's like the line of logic to maybe think. The other thing to do would put, like, just guess on a bunch of these, like, spouse names. And then once you lock in one of the things, then you'll get, like, at least a double shot of, like, trying to lock in the thing. So if they didn't fill in and lock in, then you're like, okay, well, then I'll swap them around. I don't know if that's the route I want to go at this point with all these spouse names. And obviously, we don't have to get all the spouse names. It's not the most critical thing. What do I do with these? What do I do? Who are you? Unknown male. Forsyth. Cornwall. Tessa. Maybe this isn't supposed to... Maybe this isn't... Am I being dumb again? These are taken at the same... This wouldn't make you appear then. I don't know who this is. I just threw him here because he was included in this photo. But... That's probably... Okay, I'm gonna solve this right here, right now. Watch this. Okay. Watch this. In this photo, there's this kid. That is probably... He's young, but it's probably... Okay. Which would then make the final root tree Tessa down here. So then we would have an actual place to put the Tessa. So then... Right, this may... Let me check my mind pals to make sure that this is how this would work. He was in this photo. This photo was in right below here. While this person was this picture in the photo with... I think that's how that makes... That has to have to be how that is. That's got to be what that whole situation is. then that means the last root tree name that we had has to be Tessa there. Now how do we, where's a picture? I mean, I don't know who. You're just no one. All right, I think we got that part. This side situated. I don't know what he does. What do you do? I don't know what you do. Are you a baby? Is anyone a cashier? That some of these just seem like they're just lying. They're there to mess us up intentionally. Or not intentionally, they're just like filler things. Like no one's gonna be fucking media mogul. I don't know. A news anchor? Pilot? Does he have a pilot? Is that a pilot suit on? Am I trying to read too much into the clothing? What are you wearing? It has your name on it. Would you, for a pilot, have like... Is that a pilot's suit? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Somewhere. What if someone's all three? Huge. Okay, so now, what was I still freaking out about? Okay, so how many more? Now we have 2 more guy names, right? And so the 2 guy names are going to be one here and one here. But what was this? But the guy's name was like, was Wild Bill the guy she had her fling with? And what was his real name? You come across a small mention of Wild Bill. Apparently a director who considered Wild Bill his friend once hired him to make a small cameo in a war movie called Christmas Mission. Apparently Wild Bill lived up to his reputation. He showed up drunk 3 days in a row and couldn't remember his lines. He also kept hitting on an actress who was supposed to be doing a very somber, serious role. Wild Bill was dropped from the picture. He and the director no longer speak. Well, that didn't help. If my name was Linus Cornwall, I'd had my name. I don't know. Walter Forsythe is also pretty bad. One of them is like, one of them would be like, name I'm gonna replace with Wild Bill and go by my actor name Wild Bill. And then the other one's just old person's name. It's totally like old person's. As bad as Linus Cornwall? I mean... You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized and the search is broken, but you can go to individual pages from your search engine. Christmas Mission is on a page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I released in 1955 that received poor reviews and lost studio money. Gwyn Roottrees had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. You find no additional relevant information. The movie was marketed as an incredible true story, but no record of the events happening has ever been found. That's I'm trying to just get yeah. Yeah. again, it's almost like a 50-50, but it's gotta be. Was it that she had the kids with the guy, Wild Bill? And how the hell am I gonna place a lot of these random ass names? We are getting close. And it's like, we gotta find a mention of his mom. If we search maybe like swimming deal, swimming, when you search for Yukon, you find out it's the University of Connecticut and that Davy Kellogg IV is on the swim team, the Huskies. He also came in second in his most recent competition, though he doesn't seem relevant. Trying to find what tie. Am I typing the name right? It's double G, double L, double G. Cornwall. Cornwall. Did I even try? I just want to make sure. You find a cover story about local art installations, including one by Caroline Morden. There isn't much about Caroline as a person. It's mostly a listing of art in Butler County. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying this story, there's an image of Caroline standing beside a large metal sculpture of a mermaid. It's captioned Caroline standing next to her sculpture. Sculpture is one of many works featured in an upcoming book. That. According to a quote further down, Atlantis is meant to symbolize a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. The picture on the front page has been added to your evidence. Bye. Okay. Did I put the wrong Nicole here? I'm a silly person. Don't worry about that. I found out. I found it. Who did she get with? There was another mention of it. There's 2 Patricias, right? And we had placed... somewhere in one of these, right? I know she's mentioned, but this is that one Patricia. I may just be misremembering something though. Maybe in here. Let me see something. I just keep thinking of Linus Cornwall as a name, as an entity. What do you do? If you were a pilot, would you tell me? What other occupation has like would have like a name tag on like their thing? An architect, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what architects do. A cashier? A chef? A comedian? Construction? Firefighter? Military? Is that military? That's not a military suit. Pilot? Police officer? You would put your name... Do you put your name as a police officer? Principal? A baby? Disgusting. Because she retired to just a life of a boring life. I mean... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So let me check. Just make sure. I mean, that would maybe make you, like... just placeholder right there. Because if I use that logic for her, in the article it was also talking about her. And you've got a doctor husband, it would make sense. In some way. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the rest of these tonight. I mean, I know we're like very close, but also if I don't want to sit here for another hour thinking I might be able to finish it and then I still can't finish it for whatever reason. I mean, how many left are there? I would need in theory this. Find her occupation. Lock down what Elias does. And find Tessa. Somehow. And then obviously the optional names and pictures and stuff. And then whatever this entails, which I don't know. I don't know what that would entail. How can there still be 5 things tied to this already still? That's insane. Whatever. Let's call it a night. It at least leaves enough for, like, potentially more than one, but at least a good enough one-size stream to try to finish it. At least this first mystery. I know there's, apparently a whole second one or whatever. But I'm fine with this just being a couple hours after playing mostly Promised Mascot Agency. And I have other things I need to do tonight anyway, before the week starts. How the hell am I gonna find all these names? I should have taken a guess. I should have put Cornwall. I should have done what I said I was gonna do, or threatened to do, and put Cornwall here. And if it didn't lock, then I'd move it up. Say lovey. I'll take it though. Not too bad for 2 more hours. You think Linus Cornwall is actually married to Miracle? Let's see how we feel about that. Let's just get a vibe check when I put the name in. How does that sit with me? It's not vibing as much as I need it to. It didn't vibe. It didn't pass the vibe check. Alright. We know what we need to do next time we play this. With a fresh mind. Every time I come back to this game with fresh mind, I feel like I can, like, solve a bit more. So really just one more push would be all we need, really. I want to check with you. So when you played and you beat this, obviously, did you use any hints in the game? Oh wait, you already said you didn't. Did you solve everything? Literally, how did you guess, like, on a couple of things? Did you, like, were there some, like, random, like, spouse names you didn't even bother to fill in? I'm curious. just so I can compare how I've done so far. I love having something to compare against. I think you only guessed at the end with the spouses. I wonder... They've got to do something, because I'd assume people would fill in, because it's only checking the main people you fill in, the big boxes. But there's got to be something at the end of the game, once you filled those all in, that the game does some kind of system where it's like, alright, if you want to fill in the rest of the pictures and stuff, and then there's got to be some, like, check that it does, so I'd assume must be something where you could just rapid fire kind of, like, guess, like, spouse names or pictures, and then try to get it. I mean, sure, would I love to just do that naturally along with everything else, but, like, some of these names, I'm just like, I don't know. And I don't know how involved this is gonna be. This is actually scaring me. I don't know. Who the fuck is Tessa? I don't know. You can load and retry the check at the end. Oh. I guess that... Okay. Interesting. I guess that kind of makes sense. Alright. That was part 3 of the Roottrees Are Dead. I'm gonna say, hopefully, in part 4 is when we can conclude this first mission. And then we'll have that done. As bad as I am, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I don't know. It's going to be interesting once all is said and done. I'm curious how this plane lands as far as the game. Like, I'm curious how the ending shakes out. I was thinking about it a lot this past weekend where I'm like, did I like the aspect of solving things more in Oberdin, Return of the Oberdin? And I think I do. Again, maybe my opinion will change once I finish this. But I kind of like the aspect, even though it was also similarly complicated. Maybe I liked the actual process of solving things in Oberdin a bit more. Just because it was more physical. But we'll see. We shall see.